What I'm about to tell you happened last year. I was 22, burnt out, barely present in my own life, like I was watching myself from the outside. Everything felt distant, muffled. I won't go into the details of my past. Let's just say there were chapters I was trying very hard to close. What I needed more than anything was to disappear. A coworker told me about a small island off the coast of Maine. The way he described it, no nightlife, no crowds after dark. Most visitors took the ferry out for the day and left before sunset. If you stay overnight, he said, it's like having the whole island to yourself. That was exactly what I was looking for. I found a rental, a standalone cottage right on the shoreline. The price was suspiciously cheap, available on short notice. Probably should have been a red flag. But I wasn't thinking clearly. The cottage was tiny. One room, a bed, an unused kitchenette, a bathroom the size of a closet. Thick brush pressed up against three sides of the building. The front faced the ocean, with one thin curtain that didn't block much of anything. The walls were paper thin. I could hear the wind moving through the brush, like it was right next to my ear. The door had a deadbolt and a chain lock. Both looked newly installed. That struck me as odd for such an isolated place. But I ignored it. I took the late ferry over. By sunset, the island emptied out. No streetlights, no ambient noise, just ocean. I had dinner at a small pub near the ferry landing. The bartender was friendly enough. But when I told her where I was staying, she gave me a strange look. She didn't say anything. I didn't ask. On the walk back, I passed a small dock tucked into a cave about 100 yards from the cottage. There was a single blue motorboat moored there. It stood out. All the other boats were large lobster vessels. I made a mental note of it. Around 10:30 that night, I locked the deadbolt, fastened the chain. My phone charger wouldn't work. The battery was already dying. Within the hour, it would be dead. I fell asleep quickly. Then I woke up. Footsteps on the gravel outside the cottage. Slow, measured, right in front of the door. Not an animal. I shifted slightly in bed. The footsteps stopped. The silence was worse than the noise. Then they started again, this time clearly approaching. They stopped directly outside the door. My heart was pounding. A flashlight turned on. It shone through the door. Then, the handle moved. I shut my eyes and prayed the deadbolt would hold. It did. Then came the banging, hard, deliberate, one after another, shaking the walls of that tiny cottage. And then, silence. I crouched behind the door, waiting, barely breathing. That's when the voice came. I know you're in there, Leo. I froze. It was a man's voice. I didn't recognize it, but he knew my name. For what felt like forever, he circled the cottage. I tracked his footsteps along the walls, around and around and around. Then finally, The footsteps faded. From the direction of the dock, I heard an engine start, a small outboard motor. It pulled away across open water. I didn't sleep after that. At sunrise, I went outside. Heavy boot prints circled the cottage multiple times. They led in a straight line to the dock and ended at the water. Whoever was outside that night didn't come from the island. They came by boat, specifically to that cottage, on that specific night. And they knew my name. I still live in the same place. I still work the same job. Nothing has changed. And I have no reason to believe it's over.